Welcome back to On Any Weekend. We're out at Valley Speedway working on our projects, getting ready for the season. We had an event last week with motorcycles and ATVs, what's called a poker run. You can see it on our YouTube channel. Any of you guys that want to check out our YouTube channel can go on there. It's Valley Speedway. We have a Facebook page, Valley Speedway. And our website is also www.valleyspeedway.com to keep everybody informed on what is we're doing and what's going on. So we'll kind of bring you up to speed on our Dirt Demon project that we're working on. And we've got a two-seater sprint car that we've been working on. We'll kind of bring you up to speed on what we got going there. And some of the stuff we're doing this year, we talked to Jimmy Cretin, bounty hunter, and at our monster truck show in July, we're going to do the first backflip with a monster truck. So we got a lot of really neat stuff coming up in the future, and we'll keep you up to speed on what's going on. So we'll kind of go around the car and we'll talk about what we've done to the Dirt Demon so far, then we'll move on to the sprint car. Well, we've kind of got the car getting ready. We've put a bar on the front struts for the shocks to keep the shocks from collapsing in. That's what this bar is here. There's also one we'll have in back. It's just to keep the car from folding up. These little cars weren't really made to take the kind of pressure they're under, so that's one of the things. Then on the front of it, we've got bars to protect the driver. These are all welded in to where if a tire or something would come off or a car would come over the top of this one, it keeps them out of the cage where the driver's at. The roll cage is basically a capsule that the driver sets within. We've got, if you notice, the X bracing everywhere. That's what keeps the roll cages from collapsing. They got the X braces on the back side. Where the seat will bolt in, where the driver's going to set, it's not part of the car itself, it's part of the roll cage. So whenever we bolt the seat in, it will bolt to that plate. And if you'll notice, this plate is welded to the roll cage, where if something happens, if the car crushes, it won't move the seat. The integrity of the seat stays the same because it's actually, all this is bolted together. So if the car takes an impact, the driver will be in this capsule protected of anything that moves around them. So that's real important whenever you build a car, is to make that seat is not bolted to the floor plan or anywhere on the body of the car. It needs to be part of the roll cage to where it doesn't move, where that seat doesn't move when the car crumples. And on the back of it right here, you'll notice we've got these bars that come from the back of the roll cage to the back of the car to stiffen it up. If anything happens in the back, it gives them more protection. We will make an X brace on this also. We haven't got those in yet, so once we X brace that, it'll stiffen this up for any side, from the side to where it doesn't collapse. We've got our seat over here. Whenever we get done, this will be one of the next things we put in. The seat will go up here in the compartment where the roll cage is at. These wings on here, down here, keep the driver positioned in the seat to where they don't move around. Of course, the up here where their head doesn't bob around. Some of the seats will have wings on them. If you'll notice on the sprint car, when we look at it, there'll be a wing, usually on the right side, because that's where the pressure's at, to where whenever the driver would go around the track, when the helmet goes over, there's kind of a wing here that their helmet will rest against, just again, more protection for them. So right now, we're about ready to paint the inside of the car, and then once we get done with that, we'll weld the top back on it. We got the top, we'll cut it off to do all the inside stuff. We'll weld the top back on it, then we'll be ready to paint it and be ready to start doing a few laps with the seat belts back in and stuff, and we'll be ready to go. All right, something else that is real important on these cars, especially on dirt tracks, you got debris off the track, you know, dirt clods and stuff, and also if the car would lose something, it will bounce off and could possibly come in where the driver's cockpit is. This is called a window net. Whenever cars go out on the track, this window net has to be up. That way, if anything does come off, it doesn't get in the compartment with the driver to injure them in any way. So whenever they're driving, this window net is up. Whenever you see the cars, if you notice when they get in them, usually it's down, and when they get in there, they'll grab it, put it up, and fasten it up here at the top. All right, another safety thing that we've got, one of the things we'll be putting in next after we put the seat in is the safety belts, seat systems. It's a 5-point system that basically straps one between your legs, over your shoulders, and around your waist, to where the driver's buckled in the car, to where if they do take an impact, they stay in one place. It doesn't throw them around in the car whenever it turns over or something like that. It tends to hold them in and cinch them down to where it doesn't thrash them in the car. Also, there's a cutoff switch all cars have to be equipped with, that if something happens, the safety crew has to be able to come up, shut the cutoff switch to where if you've got anything running in the car, it kills everything. So once that switch is cut off, everything in the car, it goes dead electrically. That way, if the car's on its side or something, if it's pumping fuel or something, they can shut it off and then work on the driver if there's something wrong with the driver, get them out and make sure they're okay. Okay, here's our other project that we've got started on here at Valley Speedway. This is a two-seater sprint car. It was a rolling chassis when we got it, so we're having to put transmission, motor and everything in it and get it ready where we can get our fans rides during intermission, and also we'll do some parades and stuff and take it to some of our appearances like World of Wheels and stuff. So this is kind of what we're starting on right now. You know, in addition to a bunch of other stuff we have to do, tow trucks, push trucks, we got all kinds of stuff to do, but this is our next project, kind of along with the Dirt Demon. This is Perry. He is the guy that kind of takes care of all of our equipment out at Valley Speedway, keeps our stuff running. A racetrack, we've got, you know, probably 3 tractors, a road grader, 3 tow trucks, probably 3 or 4 push trucks, water trucks, so we got a lot of equipment to keep running. So Perry's the one that keeps our stuff running for us, and he's the one putting this motor and transmission in here, and he can kind of bring you up to speed on where he's at and what we got going on.
Oh, this is an interesting project because sprint cars normally aren't made to have normal transmissions in them, so part of the things we've had to do is relocate the motor further forward to accommodate a regular automatic transmission as you would have in your car or you drive daily. And we got to make the exhaust and everything fit. It's a creation of redoing mounts and everything, but it will be nice, and we got to keep safety as an issue also, that nothing is done wrongly, so that way nobody will get hurt or anything, because it will be capable of going out on the racetrack and running laps if they choose to. Other than that, there really isn't much more at this point to say about it till we get further in, and we can show some of the detail of what we do.
Get them right. And actually, you know, wherever you're over, right, it's 40 bucks. Like 45 laps, 40 bucks.
Come on, guys. Good guess of glory, right?
I can guarantee you, when I find where that wire is with the
All right, we've come to the end of another day on any weekend here in Valley Speedway. We've got the Dirt Demon. We've got to finish painting the interior, finish putting the seat in it, the seat belts, and then we're going to paint the interior, and then we'll be ready to paint the exterior on it and put it on the track. We got the motor and the two-seater. We're getting it lined up and got to put the drive shaft in it. Hopefully we'll have it ready by the World of Wheels show. So what do you think, Wade?
Looks like a whole bunch of fun. We got just about got everything ready to roll. What do we have? Wind in that left?
Yeah.
Seat, belts, paint.
Got the hard part done, I think.
I'm ready to go race.
Yeah.
We just put it together and let's go.
The hard part's done, so. Well, stay tuned. We'll keep, next week we've got our banquet. We'll have some footage of that for the banquet, talk to some of the drivers and the fans at the banquet. Then we're going to be at the Mavericks game the week after that. Going to have some race cars out on the ice, some outside and some on the, where you walk in at it there. So stay tuned for that. We got a special price on the tickets for the Mavericks game. So call up, tell them you're a race fan and you want the special price on tickets. It's about half price. So we got a good deal for tickets to the Mavericks game in 2 weeks. So stay tuned and we'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.